What's up everybody, this is Reese from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail Chapter 467, Mother's Key. So after a long 2 week break, Fairy Tail's finally returned. Last we left Brandish, she was being choked out, and as I predicted, Lucy did come to her aid. Now, I know spoilers have been around for last week or so, pretty much like just after Christmas. And there was loads of images showing Return of Aquarius, so that was really no surprise after that. But the circumstances of how she came back, now that really was a surprise. So I'm going to start off with the whole Layla backstory. That was obviously what we wanted for so long, and I must say, from Brandish's point of view, I can honestly see why she hates Lucy so much. Time frame wise, I still have no idea what's going on there. We're obviously told that Layla, she opened the time gate from her side, and then after this, I assume that she kind of went through the gate herself into the past, and then she just vanished. Obviously, that's when she then met up with Zareth back in the past. But Brandish, she goes on to explain like how Layla, after that, she kind of gave up being a celestial wizard and then handed her keys over to her servants, one of which being Brandish's mother. But then it's kind of like, how did the key then end up in Lucy's possession? Well, in Brandish's eyes, Layla killed her mother in order to retrieve the keys back. But then obviously she would have then given them on to Lucy, so that kind of doesn't really fall in the whole she must have gone back into the past because that was 400 years, and then how does any of that even line up? So yeah, hopefully we find out a little bit more about what actually happened to Layla after she opened the gate, and like why Zareth knows her, why they're so, why he actually thanked her when he thought Nuts was finally going to kill him. Lots of stuff like that. Now I know the whole Layla killing Brandish's mother, it obviously isn't true. Nothing so far that they've shown has been like showing Layla to be anything but a nice person. So this is obviously kind of like a stark contrast in what exactly Brandish is saying. In any rate, she ends up proceeding to get revenge for her mother by killing Lucy, and then proceeded to basically start choking Lucy out. That was until out of nowhere Aquarius comes to her aid. Now, there are a few things I wasn't exactly happy with this whole, Brandish's backstory, talk about Layla thing. The whole saving Brandish from, what's the name, Marin off screen. I don't know, that right there didn't really feel right, it just kind of felt like a bit of a disconnect. I kind of would have liked to see like Lucy and Kana save her, even if it was just a comedy thing. It could have just been something stupid like Kana coming up behind Marin and hitting him in the back of the head, knocking him out. Something stupid like that. And then, obviously I really do hope there's a really good explanation of how Aquarius came back, how she can kind of cross over from the celestial realm, even though her key's broken, because she obviously did say to Lucy, oh, you'll never see me again. So I was like, okay, how did she come back over without the key? It's like, I know people probably say, oh yeah, but Loki does that all the time. But the thing is, Lucy has his gate key, Aquarius's one is broken, so I would have thought that would kind of destroy any power she has of crossing over. So I know obviously like Loki crosses over by himself every now and then, but still it doesn't exactly explain kind of like how she can come over without the key. Because even when Loki was there like on his own, like with Fairy Tail for the longest amount of time on his own, without anyone kind of summoning him, he did cross over and then he just stayed out. It's completely different. So yeah, it's kind of like now I'm wondering, my guess kind of is now that Aquarius, she's pretty much going to end up telling the full version of the story, because obviously she must know everything that happened, since how it's her key that was passing over. There's a reason why she didn't like Lucy, all that stuff. So she must know the entire story, the entire backstory behind all of this, and probably shed some light on it. Like maybe next chapter, hell, after she tells the whole story, maybe Brandish, she ends up getting like a little bit of a change of heart, maybe becoming an ally, and then yeah, so hopefully stuff like that happens. But there is also another ray of hope now that Aquarius can actually come back, and maybe it'll be a permanent type thing so she can keep coming back and reform her key, something like that. Is that now we might finally be able to see Lucy's Aquarius form once again, a crazy Sailor Moon type stick. That form there was pretty badass, so hopefully we get to see that a bit more. So yeah, that was pretty much like the main meat of this chapter. Other than that, you got the whole battlefield where he ends up firing shots off at the Lamnia Mermaid team, to which Kaguya, she ends up interrupting it, intercepting them, taking out all the missiles that he fired. But in doing so, she drew the attention of Demaria, I think that's how you say her name, the one who has the stupid immense magic power. That one. Hell, it's like that little fight there. It's like Kaguya, she seems like all confident that yeah, I can fight you, but then she senses her magic. And it's like, Jesus Christ, this is what one of the Spriggans are like. They are friggin' powerful. To which Demaria, she ended up like what, slicing up Kaguya's clothes without her even knowing that she even moved. Stuff like that, man. It's like this could be a really interesting sword battle, but I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that Urza's going to end up coming in to save her at some point, just as she did before in the past. You know, something like that. Something really does tell me that Urza has to be the one to defeat these enemies. I don't know. It seems like Fairy Tail going to be stealing all the limelight, you know? So, other than that Battle Begin chapter, there wasn't really too much else to this chapter. Overall, it was nice to hear a little bit more on the Layla backstory, but we seriously need to hear the full story. That could not come too soon, you know? I hope that it really won't be dragged out into a giant section of Lucy kind of wondering whether or not her mother actually kind of did it there. You know, her doubting her mother, doubting the integrity, stuff like that. You know, something like that. I just hope that doesn't get dragged out, and that ends up being what, a whole chapter or something stupid until, I don't know, maybe Aquarius hits her in the head and says, "Oh, you stupid!" Like that would actually happen. Stuff like that, you know. But hopefully Aquarius, she just like, you know, divulge the rest of the information pretty quickly, and then we can kind of get on to what's kind of be happening. So yeah, like I said, that right there was a chapter. I thought it was alright, but what did you guys think of it? Let me know in the comment section below. And as usual, don't forget to check out other things to do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.